Hey y'all, we are talking about the new Physicians Formula organic wear line. They brought out several new products: foundation, primer, blushes, bronzers. They have some lip products. They did not have the lipsticks at my Walmart. We try out 3 products today. I have the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Silk Foundation Elixir. I also have the Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer and the Organic Wear Dewy Blush Elixir. So 3 products. These were all $11.99, I believe. I will update you guys in the description box, of course. And we have them on our face today. I was so excited to finally see these in my Walmart. I have been waiting for them. So if you are new to my channel, hi, I hope you stick around. I have normal skin, and for any first impressions with like foundations, I never use a primer. I don't want it to change the wear or finish. Oh my word, I could not think of that word. I don't want it to change the wear, the finish, anything like that. So we apply all of these to the face. I tell you guys how I like them, and I didn't do a wear test on this, but I will update you guys in the description. But I have to say I really like the way it's looking. So if you guys are interested in these products, then I hope you subscribe, click that bell, and let's get into it. So I was looking online and they do have a primer. They did not have that at my Walmart. So we're going to use the products that we have. You guys know a lot of the time I don't even like using primer. So I probably wouldn't have gotten it even if they had it. So I don't know why I keep saying so much. Gotta quit doing that. Anyway, I have the shade medium to tan. This is in shade 6. They only had 6 shades at my Walmart, but I was looking online. They do have 12 shades. This was the darkest shade they had in stock at Walmart. I don't know. But 12 shades, still not great, but depending on the coverage, it can be pretty flexible. So it says to shake this well, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm probably gonna start out applying it with a brush, and then I'll go over it with a sponge. And for some reason, I went to like physiciansformula.com, and it's way more expensive there, like $4 to $5. This was, I want to say, $11 to $12. I just got it and forgot how much it is. Like, I literally went to Walmart, finally found these, sat down to film as soon as I got home. Okay, so it is a dropper, and so we are just going to start dropping this on the face. I'm gonna put a decent amount, not a whole lot, but I want to have some coverage. Starting out with a brush. This is my collab brush. Hopefully this doesn't oxidize too much because it looks like a perfect shade match. It says ultra nourishing, ultra fluid, weightless organic foundation elixir, improves appearance of skin tone and texture, delivers a second skin airbrush dewy finish. I don't see anything about SPF. It says with jojoba oil. But it kind of smells like SPF to me. I'm also smelling butter bronzer that I have right here. Definitely liquidy, so much so that I'm having brush streaks everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and add a bit more and just use my sponge. These droppers, that's why I don't really like them. You can see it there, like when you go to put this back in, it just kind of gets everywhere. So this will definitely be a mess. So I'm gonna blend it out with a sponge. It doesn't seem to be oxidizing, but this does say sheer to buildable. So let's hope that it is buildable. And the sponge may not be the best choice where this is such a liquidy foundation. It's liquidy, but it's not so liquidy that it's like a serum. If you guys have watched any of my previous videos, you know that I do not like serum foundations. This one's not so liquidy and that texture. I actually like this. This is what we look like with 2 layers. and I like the way that it looks. It's very, very, very dewy. So hopefully it will sink into my skin a bit. But most of the products, you know, the other stuff we have, they're liquids. But I don't want it to move around the base. So there was no concealer in this line. I don't know why, but there wasn't one. You can see that my body is a bit more red, kind of golden toned, as opposed to this. It's pretty neutral, which I prefer. I don't like it to be too yellow, too golden, so I like the color. But I'm going to throw on some concealer really quickly, and then we'll be back to work with these other products. Man, my hair is such a mess. We are going to go in with the Sculpting Bronzer with jojoba oil. This was the same price. I believe they were both $11.99. And, oh, let me tell you how much is in the foundation. It's a standard fluid ounce in the foundation. This has 8.8 grams. This is in the shade Toffee. They had 2 shades. I don't know if they have more online, but they only had 2 shades in my Walmart. So, okay, that looks like duty. It looks like I've just smeared poo-poo all over my face. Oh, that's like straight mud colored. Ugh. Alright, I might end up trying the other color if I like the formula of this. But that color is not good. I cannot find my regular brush, so I'm going to try this one. If I don't like the way that it's blending out, then I'll reach for my other one. Okay, the color's looking better as we blend it out. Thank goodness gracious. I personally prefer red tone bronzers. This one's more traditional brown. But that is okay. We're gonna make this work. Grab a little bit and muddy up the nose. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the color. This blends out really easily, and I do like the way that it feels on the skin, but man, I am not a fan of this color. It looks muddy. Very, very muddy. Now for blush, this is the Dewy Blush Elixir, and this is in the shade Gorgeous Peach. So we'll put some right on the back of the hand there. We're gonna use our sponge for this. It's very watery. Like very watery. Okay. It's almost like, I mean, this is watery. It's almost like a sheen. I'm not sure there's enough color there. Let me get some more out. Let me show you. Whoops. Let me show you on my hand here. Like you see it right there. But once you start blending it out, there's just not a lot of color left. We're gonna keep trying. Once you keep building, then I think it gets better. Like the color gets a lot better. But I think that's a good thing too. I would much rather build than it just be, wow, you know, pow in your face and you're sitting there trying to blend it out for an hour and a half. So, plus you gals with lighter skin tones, you know, will be able to use this a lot easier. I think the blush elixir mixed in with the bronzer looks a heck of a lot better than the bronzer on its own. Like I said, it was pretty darn muddy. So this is what we're looking like. I'm definitely going to set the under eyes. I'm not sure about the rest of the face, but I'm gonna go off camera, quickly finish everything up, and then we're gonna come back and talk about these products. Okay, lovelies, we are back. I have a full face on. I actually did really, really simple makeup, even though it looks super put together. I know. I love how it looks like I took a lot of time to do this, but I didn't. So we had the base pretty well done, and I did have to set it. One thing I will say is if you touched it or anything, it removed itself. So I was not a fan of that. I stuck with the Physicians Formula theme. I set it with the Healthy Powder. I did go over the bronzer just a little bit with some butter bronzer. And after I did all that, the blush had kind of disappeared. Not that it was the blush's fault, it was simply that I went over it with powder. And I normally don't do that, but I went out on a limb and I put more on. I put some more on my hand. I used this little tiny It Cosmetics brush and I had powder on. So you know that can go really, really bad sometimes, but it didn't. It went over powder beautifully, you guys. Like, I was so shocked. Like, I love this. And then my brows are really jacked up. I have like a bald weird spot right now that nothing will cover, but I just kept going over it like a dumbass. So I know it looks a bit off, but I ran some bronzer down my neck for my eyes. This is like my favorite liner of all time. This is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio. I put it on, smudged it out, used just a smidge of this shade right here in the Hangin' in Hawaii palette. And I threw some on my bottom inner rim, same thing. And I threw on some lashes. That was it. Sticking with the Physicians Formula theme. Oh my god. Sticking with the Physicians Formula theme, I went in with the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Lip. This is in the shade Bear With Me. These are like my favorite liquid lips of all time. I absolutely love them. They are not heavy. You can feel them on your lips, but they're super easy to apply and they're opaque. Love them. They're not super drying. So I can tell you what I think of all this stuff already. We'll start out with what I don't like. I do not like this bronzing stick. It's not the formula, it's the color. I do not like the color. It looks very muddy. Maybe deeper skin tones would like this, but I don't see how it's not going to look muddy on them, honestly. I have a tan skin tone. This blended out beautifully. Hate the color. I think I'll end up trying the other color to see if it's any better, but this one is a no-go for me. The blush. This blush elixir, as they call it, I love this. I honestly think this is something I could use on a daily basis for a very natural look, or you can put it over top of anything, powder, full face. I love this. This goes on so beautifully. It's not super opaque in color. You do have to build it up a little bit. I will say with a brush, I got way more color payoff as opposed to with a sponge. So if you want more color, go with a brush. And it just looks beautiful and natural and it's glowy, but I don't really see shimmer in it. It just gives you life. Like, oh, your skin looks so beautiful with this. And the foundation, Silk Foundation Elixir. I like how they're calling all of these elixirs. I don't know, but I like it. Like, the name sells me. This, I think, looks gorgeous. I did set it, but very lightly. If for some reason it doesn't wear well, I will update you guys. But I think for an everyday foundation, this will be gorgeous. You can build it up to a solid medium coverage, if not a little higher. You guys seen it really covered my redness nicely. And you can sheer it out, use just a little bit. However you like to do your makeup, I think this will work if you like sheer to higher medium coverage. But it looks really beautiful on the skin. If you have oily skin, I don't think this will work because I did have to set it. So I'd say dry to normal, you're gonna like this. Oily, I don't think you will. I just don't think it'll stay on. But I think this is really versatile to where you can go from a sheer look, an everyday look. You can even build it up a bit like I did for a more, I don't want to say glam look because it's not what I have on today, but I think you can build it up to look a little more wow. Very versatile. Really love that. The shade range sucks. I will agree with that. But I think that these will work for several skin tones. And they do have darker shades. So, really like the foundation. Love, love, love the blush. I will definitely be picking more of these up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, I hope you subscribe and click that bell. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye, guys.